Please, it is for educational purpose. Follow me and let me show you.
Today we're talking about something that has deeply unsettled many of us. You see, in recent days, videos from Delta State have circulated widely. Women running, women screaming, women being chased and assaulted during a festival. Social media, of course, gave that festival a name very quickly, the Rape Festival. But let's be clear before we continue that there is no verified culture or tradition in Delta State or anywhere else in Nigeria that supports sexual violence as part of any practice. Even those from the community have spoken out, saying that it is not who they are. And yet, something happened. It did happen. Women were harassed. Women were violated. Women were chased down the street in an open area, in a crowd, and in broad daylight. And that alone should concern all of us, because this is not just about one incident. It's about the environment that allows such behavior to take place. Everybody keeps on saying it's part of culture, but we understand by now that culture is not just what we inherit, it is also what we tolerate. And so we must ask ourselves questions, as we're always asking ourselves questions. What do we as Nigerians and Nigeria tolerate? This conversation comes at a time when the world is reflecting on women during a month that includes International Women's Day. Globally, there is a clear message. Women deserve safety, women deserve dignity, and women deserve protection. Not sometimes, but all the time. Not just under certain circumstances, but always. So what does this say about us? When a woman is stepping outside, it becomes unsafe. What does it say about us? When the conversation shifts from what happened to her to what she should have done differently. She wasn't dressed all right. What was she doing there? A society that cannot guarantee the safety of its women in public spaces is a society that must pause and reflect. And while we reflect on that, we cannot ignore the broader reality that is around us. There are ongoing security concerns in parts of the country. Yeah, there are communities living in uncertainty. There are students afraid to go back to school. NYSC, universities, whatever broad, the spectrum is vast. There are lives affected by instability. And in moments like this, people look to leadership, they look to systems, and they look at the structures for reassurance, for protection, and for stability. Where was the government? I know some of you are asking. I'll tell you. The government was sitting for tea. Senate presidents, ministers, even presidential aides were sitting and having tea. You see, beyond appearances, what matters most is how safe people feel in their daily lives. Leadership is not only about presence, it is also about impact. It's about security. And most importantly, it is about trust. This moment, therefore, is not about blame. We're not blaming anybody, but it is about responsibility. Responsibility across all levels, from leaderships to institutions, to communities, and to each and every one of us as individuals. Because when harm happens and we remain silent, we allow it to continue. When we dismiss what should be addressed, we weaken our society. And when we normalize what should be challenged, we lose something important about who we are. So what is the future of Nigeria? Is it a future where people feel unsafe in public spaces, where women are not protected as they should be, where bombs are worn like regalia? Where are we looking? And where we look away when something is wrong, is that the culture that we are breeding in Nigeria? Or is it a future where we choose better? A future where safety is not a privilege, but a right. A future where dignity is protected, not debated. Because Nigeria will not improve by chance. It will improve, and it can improve by choice. The choices we make every day, by what we speak up against, by what we refuse to accept, and by what we decide must change. So as we go on about our days today, the question that we have to ask ourselves is simple. It's not just for some of us, the question is for all of us. What kind of country do we want to build? And what are we willing to do to build it? This is Nigeria, and this is Lagos, and this is Breakfast Extra. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us. Today's a good day. Mazino is back in the studio. Good morning, Mazino.
Good morning, Inamaso. Boy, am I happy to see you here on my return. And I will let you know, before you tell me, let me tell you that I am from that part of the country with the heritage and culture all misconstrued and misunderstood by the youth. But when you come back, maybe that's what we should talk about. Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Extra.